We hope you enjoyed last week's video of us crossing the aqueduct. We certainly enjoyed it. It's a trip of a lifetime, really. This week we continue heading into Llangollen Basin. The scenery out here is really beautiful. It's a gorgeous canal. As you will see, this section has, well, the guidebook says it has 3 narrow sections. And all the sort of studying and advice that we could find online indicated that you were better sending a person up in front to check that nobody was coming in the other direction. So we dispatched Carol with a walkie-talkie. Unfortunately, she had to walk the full length of it, which was not easy, I don't think. However, we had a good trip through. We still suffered the same problems of slowing down with the boat against the current in the narrow sections, but it all went to plan, as you will see in the coming video. Where are we now then on map? Right, we're just entering into the narrows that take us into Llangollen. There are 3 sets of narrows, only wide enough for 1 boat. There are some passing places. Carol's been dispatched further forwards with a walkie-talkie. I did say first passing place here, but as far as we could tell, this was the only passing place, and it's in the first narrow section, or the first official narrow section in the guidebook. We've nearly made it to the first passing place. The views across into the River Dee Valley are stunning all the way along the section and running into Llangollen. Hi Carol, I don't know if you... Sorry chick, I can't hear you, but for your info I'm just getting to Bridge 42.
Okay, I'm nearly at Bridge 44, I think. There's another more boat, but it's still wide enough for 2 boats. Over.
Okay, do you want to hold there a bit so I get a bit closer to you so that we can hear each other?
Okay.
Hey mate, you alright? I must apologise because whenever I'm concentrating, my tongue seems to take on a mind and a life of its own, as I'm sure you will have picked up on in previous videos. It's totally out of my control, so I am sorry that you have to witness it. We were quite lucky with the weather on the run in. Not long after we arrived, Storm Babette descended upon us, and we were subject to hideous amounts of rain and quite a lot of wind. You better not go beyond that, otherwise I'm not going to get through. I'm with you. I can see the moored boat now, just coming up to that. Hiya. In the wider sections between the narrows there were a couple of boats moored. It looks quite tight, but actually it's not a bad spot to pass. There's easily room for a boat to get through. Hey mate, you alright? You can hear here in the wider section I'm trying to pick up the pace a little bit to see if I can catch up with Carol. No, only the first one. You're starting to break up again. You've gone a bit too far forward, I think.
Okay, I'm carrying on round with quite a long stretch before we
The lift bridge is bridge 44. Yeah, so you're in the second narrows now, aren't you? The 500 metre one. Well, I cleared the first narrow, which is 300 metres I think. Carol's walking in through the second one, which says it's not that narrow, but I mean even here it seems quite narrow to be fair. I've just managed to pass a moored boat, you might be able to see behind me. So yeah, we're doing alright. I think this second one's the longest one, and then I think there's a third one, but I think that's much shorter than both of these. So. Who knows, within the next hour or two we should be home and dry at Llangollen, which will be great. This section of canal is indicated in the guides as being quite shallow, and you've got to be careful of your draft. We believe TOMMi is relatively deep, but we didn't suffer any problems with grounding or hitting the bottom at any point really. Obviously we were suffering from the slowdowns, which I think is also related to our draft.
just saw your text message.
They are aware of you. I'm not sure whether they will get out. They were talking about getting out, but I'm not sure what they're doing.
I can see them now, they're just ahead of me.
Keep your eye out at the sign on Llangollen. This is where the moorings start for the electricity.
Okay, where's the next narrow bit, do you know? Okay, I'm just going to go offline a bit while I negotiate the paddle borders. I don't want to be guilty of knocking you in.
Okay.
I say I don't want to be the guilty one for knocking
No,
you
we were
in.
just like, shall we get out? Are we okay? Thank you.
This is a great shot for showing how narrow the canal is at this point. It really just a little bit wider than the boat.
Right, just entering into the last narrows. Channels are up ahead with the walkie. We've done pretty well actually, we haven't had anybody coming towards
Okay,
us.
babe, I'm stood just past the red ship boat. Long stretch of the wide canal. I'll see you there.
Okay dokes, is there any moorings available?
There are no boats at all after these outside the tea room. It says no moorings where I'm stood now. Over.
It's all a bit of a struggle. Can you repeat, Carol? I missed that.
There's lots of room in the basin. Over.
Understood. I'm at a dead slow at the moment because these are narrow, they're really narrow this bit.
Okay, and just we'll come across over the tea room as well. It's clear after that.
Another apology here from me, the battery had gone flat on the GoPro, so we didn't get any views from the front of the boat at this point.
Looks like we need to get out and push.
As I'm editing this, I can't believe that we didn't take any video while we were moored in Llangollen Basin. We were suffering the impact of Storm Babette. I don't know whether that's what caused the issue or what. Perhaps it was just relaxing after the stress of the day that we'd had. But we did have a wonderful time there. We managed to get out to the cafe, enjoyed some lovely cake and coffee, We unfortunately didn't get round to the falls on this trip because the rain was so hard and it was the weather was so inclement. So we will be back and we will do it again, and I've made a note to myself that I definitely need to film more in our locations.